Hey, it's Dan. Welcome back to IAllegedly. And boy, do I have a good one for you today. Because I have a question, and that is, what are you afraid of? Seriously, what keeps you up at night? What are you worried about? Please hit the like button, share this video. Don't forget to subscribe. If you are on our email list, we just had a fabulous email go out. Check your spam filter. But this is crazy. Chapman University is a great university. It's about 5 miles from where I'm standing right now, here in Orange County, California. And I have known every year that they do an economic outlook survey. Their finance and business department puts together an economic list of where they think the economy is going based on economic data. And I have had these people attend my events before. I have seen them at other events, and I always say, why don't you guys, before the report comes out, predict everything? Because you take data that's already happened and tell us, well, because that happened, this may happen. Why don't you do that in advance? That's what I've always questioned them for. But they did a study that is absolutely amazing. And this is the 11th year of this, and I've never heard of it until right now. And the study is in the video description below. The original article that I got, plus the actual study, and that is the top 10 things that people are afraid of right now. And this is a dynamite list because they surveyed thousands of people. They have the data from last year and they have the data this year. I'm up by the reservoir. It's kind of a fun place to walk. But number one thing, this is wild. Think about this. No, this is not right wing, left wing. This is everybody across the country. Okay? Number one thing that people are afraid of, corrupt politicians. That's 69.1% of the people surveyed said that's what they were afraid of. Now, where does that compare to last year? It's number one again. Last year, number 2020 and 2024, it was number one as well. Number two is people I love becoming seriously ill. We all fear that, but none of us wants to lose anybody. 58.9%. And that was number two as well last year. So number one and number two were the exact same. Okay. Now, number three, and this is economic or financial collapse. Now, this is 58.2%. It's about 0.7% lower, but this is staggering. It's gone up 15 points for the last year. Now, Christopher Bader is a professor who is the head of sociology there. I know I butchered his title right there, but he put together this report with all these people, and read the article below because it's fascinating. This would be a great guy to have lunch with, have a cup of coffee with, just to talk about things. Here is the thing that people don't do enough of, and I'm telling you this, try this. It's like Dr. Marvin, the psychologist who's written books, just to have a meal and hang out and talk about life and society with that guy. Not, hey doctor, let me tell you about how my kids are mean. It's that. I'm not talking shenanigans in life. I'm just talking about in general with society. Would be a great guy. Christopher Bader, same thing. I'm telling you, people don't do this enough, that they just hang out and talk to people. Cyber terrorism is number four, guys, 55.9%. And guess what, guys? That's down because it was number three last year. And you're not that concerned about that anymore. Number five is people I love dying. Not only are they getting sick, but they're going to die. So they get sick, and that's a tie again, and that's 55.3%, and that's down from four. So now it's number five. Number six, the U.S. becoming involved with another world war, 55.3%, and that's up 7 points this year. Dun, dun, dun. Oh, gosh. Pollution and drinking water, 54.5%, and that's up 11. Okay, well, I thought I'd walk by the reservoir for you. A lot of this stuff is tied into each other. So people are worried about their drinking water and safety. Oh, my gosh. Russia using a nuclear weapon, 53.7. That's down from 5 last year, which is like, wow. Pollution and in the oceans, rivers, and lakes 53.5%. That's up 13%. People are really concerned about water right now. And number 10 is government tracking our personal data, 52.7%. But guys, that is up 20% right now. Now, I am telling you guys, we're living through such wild times right now because, again, read that story below. I had lunch with a criminal defense attorney today. It was fantastic. And, we were talking about subpoenas and things that are politically involved. If you wanted me to explain this to you, go to IAllegedly Live, the private channel, because it's stuff that they wouldn't let me talk about here. So IAllegedly Live, IAllegedly.tv is where you sign up for that, Apple, Amazon, whatever. But subpoenas that are issued for people just for a fishing expedition, and this criminal defense attorney is like, you're not allowed to do that. Now I showed her that people were issuing subpoenas and doing things that they weren't supposed to do just to go on fishing expeditions, and she was absolutely blown away by this. So again, take a look at the private channel, IAllegedly Live at IAllegedly.tv, and you can see that. But, I was just getting a kick out of what people do just for kicks, okay? There are TikTok channels where you have attorneys that go out there and say, hey, you want to do something to your ex to get rid of them? I'm not giving you legal advice, but here's one thing you can do to drive them crazy. And there's video after video after video of this person who's a lawyer here in California. And one thing that this lady suggested that is horrific is that go to OfferUp, go to your Nextdoor app, go to Facebook, and a few days before Christmas say, here's the official place to recycle your Christmas tree, and give your ex-boyfriend or ex-girlfriend's address and just say, leave it and we'll take care of it. And they get hundreds of Christmas trees dropped off. Isn't that great? Oh no, it's illegal to do that. But that's a lawyer telling people to do that. So it never shocks me when lawyers do horrific things. Now, one thing that people are afraid of is their data being compromised. And good old DMV in California, they were bragging about this and they got caught doing this. The DMV in California sold our personal data, your name, your email address, your phone, your home address, personal information about you and I, and made $49 million this year. Now, I want to tell you guys, that's illegal. We didn't agree to that. That is illegal. And they made $49 million for this. So we'll see if they get caught. We'll see if they get in trouble for this. I was the head of the class for the toll roads case. And the way that the case was settled here in California was they sold our personal data. The toll roads would know that I was a 45-year-old man that drove this many miles, and here's my email address. And all of a sudden I would get, insurance ads, and I would get motorcycle ads. And do you want motorcycle insurance? I don't own a motorcycle. How about a boat insurance? Stuff like that they sold our data on and made millions of dollars, which was illegal without our consent. The California DMV just did it, and we'll see if they get in trouble for this, because they should. Next thing is a couple of layoffs. This is the holiday season, if you haven't noticed yet. We are about to enter the shopping season. You are about to see the worst shopping season in the history of your life. Yesterday, Jerome Powell cut interest rates 0.25%, and you know what? Everything was already built into it. Nobody cared. No one cared. The markets didn't shoot up. Your interest rate on your mortgage is not going to drop to 3%. You're doomed. Your boss is still going to fire you, and you're worried about cyber attacks and your friends dying. Let's face it. But UPS is going to fire 48,000 people now between now and the end of the year. Uh-oh, SpaghettiOs. What are you talking about? 48,000 people during the holiday season. And one thing my brother wanted me to remind everybody was Amazon is still going to hire, even though they're going to lay off 30,000 people, they're still going to hire temps this year, maybe to the tune of 250,000 temps, just to help package and help put things out. That may still happen. Okay, but they're going to fire 38,000 people. My friend Mike sent me another article to back this up, where they're going to have they already have 14,000 robots that have replaced people. 14,000 robots. Again, it's maintenance at that point. That's all it is. There's nothing else to it. So all these people are getting laid off. AI is going to be the greatest thing ever. It's going to revolutionize our lives more than the internet did. I truly believe that. But it's also going to be bad because if you're not a plumber, which I had a plumber come out to my house a couple days ago, and you know, they're a den of thieves, and I'll probably end up talking bad about them because, you know, one thing leads to another that leads to another, and uh-oh, didn't find this, didn't expect this to happen, okay? But no robot's gonna fix that. Anyways, I go on. Good old GM announced that in Michigan they were going to fire 300 people. And I said, wow, not so fast, because I found another article where now it's 1,400 people between Michigan and Ohio. They're going to lose their jobs. How many people work for these places? 1,000 here, 1,000 there, 48,000, 24,000, 28,000. I mean, it's crazy, guys. You get these numbers, and these people, we're just losing them left and right, left and right. It is absolutely mind-numbing to see this and to not see what a complete problem that this is. And again, either you get it or you don't. I'm doing a follow-up video very shortly about some of the scofflaws that think that you and I are stupid because we have jobs and run businesses and try to pay our bills without being leeches on the government. The food banks are going to get slammed starting this weekend. And I'm telling you, do what you can do. You want to support the food banks? Do it. You want to support Joseph Dreamhouse? Fran Glover is the greatest person in the whole world. And I am telling you, there are people out there. Fran Glover has called me month after month after month to say that 2025 has been the worst year ever because more and more people are getting their subsidies cut back. And the biggest problem are the veterans that are not getting things and not getting money and not getting help. So if you want to help, do that. I'm telling you, make you feel good too. Now, certain things floor me because, you know, I hear about these store chains that are doing well, and then you hear how they take a, you know, right turn and all of a sudden everything is going south for them. Winn-Dixie in Florida, I thought they were doing great. They're going to close 30 stores in Florida. You know, is Winn-Dixie, are they not doing well? I guess they're not. 30 stores are going to close between now and the end of the year. That is tragic, guys. Absolutely tragic. How about this? 1,400 people that are executives at Target, industry and Wall Street gets shocked because Target is laying off 1,400 more people. Guys, this is going to be the year of the layoffs. And you haven't seen anything yet. This is just the beginning of all this right now. So, you know, sorry about that. One thing that drives me crazy is when you look at houses on Zillow, you walk through a neighborhood like this. Oh, let's check out the value. Let's see what everything looks like now. You're going to be able to log into Zillow now and immediately message the buyer, or the buyers and the sellers are going to be able to immediately message. This will speed up transactions. No, what it's going to do is make a marketing nightmare for Zillow because you're going to have bots and people are going to figure out that you can message the agents and say, hey, listen, I'm interested in 123 Main Street. And you're going to find out that certain things are scams that, you know, and again, these people are great at figuring things out to sit there and figure out an edge to take advantage of a situation. There's a bunch of birds down in the reservoir. In your drinking water, those birds are hanging out. Isn't that nice? There's a duck down there swimming. Anyways, so what do you think about that? Do you think that's a good thing? You know? So the numbers keep going up for UPS and for, you know, as I make this video, I keep getting things sent to me that UPS could, you know, get rid of more people. Same thing with GM. But again, what are you going to do, guys? Where are you at? Certain people that sell, you know, motorsports accessories, that is an industry that is dying right now. And you've got the SEMA car show next week, which is a big deal in Vegas, and it's really worth going to. And I went there a year ago, right after the election, and I was just blown away at the thousands of people there. But that industry is hurting right now because people are not spending. Aftermarket parts, people are not spending the same money on boats that they did a year ago. Same money on motorcycles, same money on, you know, jacking up their car and souping things up and making things run faster and bigger motors and bigger tires. It's not happening right now. A few things to finish this video. First things first, Dr. Phil lost a major lawsuit and was trying to do some expansion with his production company and tried to get out of a deal and ended up getting sued and got caught lying. Text messages caught him that were proven that he had said something and tried to tell people to act a certain way, and it got to the court. Man, oh man, that's the stuff that can get you in, forget legal, financial trouble. I'm talking about serious jail time trouble if this guy in fact lied like this. So read the stories. There's 2 stories below about Dr. Phil and his production company. And one thing Dr. Marvin sent me that was great was how much money you need to buy a house right now. And that was a great article that was good. One thing about buying cars lately, and I have 2 parts to this, is that I'm telling you guys, don't get screwed. Tell them you're not going to pay for certain things. Destination charge for your vehicle. That's a scam, guys. Most destination charges are $600 to $2,000, and you can't get out of it. Yeah, you can. You can get out of anything, guys, on buying a car. I am not going to pay that. I'm leaving this dealership. Have a nice day. I don't care what you want to call it. Change it into something else, but this is what I'm going to pay, and this is what my payment's going to be. You can do that. You can do that, and then you can leave. So the destination charge in this article is going to get you angry because people are paying, hey, for the car to get here, we had to ship it, and it's $2,000 added onto your price. Pasadena, baby. You pay that, So, no, you don't have to pay anything, guys. My son, when I helped him buy a car a year ago, we have documentary, we have document fees. So for us to prepare the documents, you have to pay this. I said, I'm not paying that. How much is that? I saw one dealership that wanted $1,500 to prepare the documents. I said, what idiot pays that? How about that? I'm not going to do it. So this is what I'm going to pay for the vehicle. Well, our document fees are the lowest in the state of Massachusetts. They're only $200. Good. You tell the sales manager he's going to pay that. Back and forth. Goodbye. Hey, let me send you a copy of the cashier's check we already had made out to your dealership. Okay? I'm going to go take this back to the bank and tell him I'm not going to do it. Don't pay stuff like that. Just say no. My friend who had her Tesla totaled, do you know what she spent a month on her auto insurance? This is gonna make you sick. Perfect driving record, never had a ticket, has to have, increased liability because of her job. $1,000 a month on her auto insurance. Hello, $1,000 a month for the luxury of driving your car. Is that lunacy, guys? My God, I was sickened by that. Now, I'm going to end this video with, think about this. This isn't fair to Cracker Barrel. There's a great story about Cracker Barrel about how their shares are down. I want to get the right number, 32%. And what they're saying is that Cracker Barrel made the century's worst blunder for a corporation. No, I still don't think so. I think it was bad. I think that Bud Light still is the worst one that they're still not recovered from. And I've told my friends and everybody, I've been to ballparks and stuff where people won't drink Bud Light. I mean, you could literally give it away at some places and they will not drink it. It's coming back now, but I think that was the worst blunder ever. Cracker Barrel's up there. It's easily in the top 5 blunders. Let me know if you see any blunders. Oh, this is kind of cool. I just caught this. Look at all these rocks here that people put. That's kind of cool. They decorate and lay out. So, gosh, people went to town on this. So, let me know. What do you think, guys? Okay. Anyways, please hit the like button. Do you think Cracker Barrel was the century's worst blender? Come on, guys. There's been so many good ones that we've lived through. It's crazy. Like, subscribe, check your email, and a huge announcement for the main channel tomorrow. And everybody got it. That's on the email list. They got it first. Private channel gets it second. And it's all good, guys. So I will see you very soon. You want to get a hold of me? It's hello@IAllegedly.com. See you soon.